All right, here we are looking to play the match against Shaka. I know he's already in the game, so here we go. Cool. Um, so this is going to be pretty crazy. Um, there's probably not, there's really not anybody else I feel more scared of playing against. Um, but also just very excited because he's a very good friend, and yeah, just really grateful to get to play against Shaka in Diamond. So that's pretty cool. Um, Pretty cool to get a named deck like this. Um, Boy, I know EQ real well. Guru, I know all too well. Um, we used to play locally back when Guru was fresh and new. Smoke, holy cow. Um, Pig cost. I don't know this one actually, and I know Odin. So, um, I think I have to ban Guru because it's just too good, and he's too good with it. So, 3 Tombs to Protects with 2 Edis, Neutron Shark, 2 Infurnaces, and 3 Exhumes, and the Collar. I forgot about the Collar. That's insane. It just has everything. There's nothing that this deck does not have. 4 artifact control. So good. And he just opened it. Um, Pretty awesome. So let's see. All right. Um, Trying to think what my next ban should be. Probably I really ought to take his ban into account. Okay, let me take a look at this one because this one is the one I don't know well. 2 auction offs. That's pretty great. Um, Hypnotic. Interesting though with Trader. I just don't find well. Actually, okay. Trader's not bad. Trader's okay if you can get that steal. And then Bryo, so good. 3 Maelstroms. That's interesting. Um, Kaboom. That's a lot of creature control for sure. All right. All right. Warthog is out. Um, Smoke is just also a real problem. I'd rather play against like EQ because EQ, um, if I can win the control game, I have a chance, right? Um, ugh. Smoke, no artifact control, but most of my decks aren't really artifact decks. I think maybe I ban Smoke. What do I safe here? I think he knows what to take. So how big of a problem are his artifacts? Is a good question. I think I safe Iapo partially just I'd really like to play it against EQ. It would be a dream for sure. I mean, against Odin, it wouldn't do that much. Um, Against this thing, I could get some value, not a ton though. Um, Against EQ is really where I'd get the value. Maybe against Conquer as well. Some value, not a ton. So he saves EQ. Great. Then I'm glad I saved Iapo. That's correct then. And I ban smoke. So I could I guess I can only face one Brio here. What so we've got Coda, AOA, Woe, and GR. Bookends. Cool. Okay. That's what's left. I mean, these are good decks, and he's good with them, so really the ideal is, like I said, if I can get Iapo into the game with EQ, that's much better for me. But it's a pretty big if. Odin I really don't like. I mean, that's going to be mean. He banned Cadwin. Okay, so control. Beth is just straight race. Pacifica is also a crazy race. Um, Matchup's going to matter so much. Yeah, and I'm betting money here. It's not on me, but that's okay. We got to do our best. I mean, honestly, it's interesting to ban Cadwin because Cadwin has so many artifacts, and he has a lot of artifact control in here. So Cadwin's probably, honestly, one of my worst options here. But maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. All right, let's go with Nick first. And what's he playing? Odin first. All right, so that should be a good game. Okay. Oops. Oops. Wait. All right. Correct account. That should be better. Wait. Dang it. Okay. So Odin, versus Nick. Here we go. Good luck and have fun, my friend. Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Lots of control on both sides, honestly. And that was a good mole. I'm happy about that mole. A lot is going to ride on who can out control. And I think there's a pretty good chance that the answer is this Coda thing with 3 control the weeks, but we'll see. Okay, so Kamawani, we'll put the damage on the Dust Imp, do an Abyssal Sight here, put out a couple of Grumpuses. Okay, both Blood of Titans. I'm not very worried about Dysania. Poison Wave actually would be really frustrating here. Pawn Sacrifice is pretty good too. But I'll at least make him work for it. Man, that is an annoying hand. And we're just going to go for speed here. At least to some extent. So I do think the answer here is to go back into blue. Because I can push him back into shadows and then still set up the Brobnar. So let's do that. Unfathomable. We'll reap. Exhaust the Naughty. Play Bryo, and then befuddle Shadows. So he can only play Shadows cards. And then this actually sets me up for a pretty sweet Brobnar turn next. So really the dream here is to establish board and just maintain that. Okay, so Brobnar. Timing matters here. So let's do Harmal. We'll reap with this guy. Fresh marks to put that amber on the Naughty. And then we can put out Brick. And this is kind of interesting because we'll put the Shock Herder to the left of the Harmal, fight the Harmal into the Naughty, which just breaks the elusive, but it gets me an amber from the Brick. So I'm actually getting value there. Put Earthshaker down, which will kill the Naughty. Also puts the Shock Herder back into my hand. And get another amber of value out of this Earthshaker. So this puts me at 8 amber, and for the nice thing this does for me, a couple really good things here. One is, yeah, he can blow up a bunch of stuff, but he can't steal from me, and he actually just put all my Brobnar back into my hand. That's real good. That's a real good thing for me. He got to 6. I don't like that. And I'm not going to be able to make a token here. So he is actually going to get to forge. Is what it is. Shock Herder on the Harmal. Reap, we'll do this one on the Harmal as well. Reap. Put the brick down. Earth Shaker. Both these come back to the hand. Reap with the Earth Shaker. Reap with the Earth Shaker. So I'm back to 8, and I have this giant board. Now he can push it back to my hand again, and maybe that's better for him. I mean, the truth is, like, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, but I will say my amber says it's going pretty good. So I have to deal with this stuff. But I mean, this is so rough. Fight here, I get an amber. Reap, reap. Fight here. He gets his amber, but I get this back. I reap, and I'm going to be back at 9. And having Brio out, and the Brio is so crucial here because that is stopping all the things that he would like to do to me. GG. Whew. Thanks. Yeah, that was a great game, and I don't know what the good options are there on his side, because once that was established, I mean, he was just pushing those. All he could do was push the Brobnar back to my hand. So I didn't advance my game state any further, except for just getting Amber, but it didn't matter. He needed some sort of non-action way to deal with the Brio. Okay, so what's the answer now? Does he go with EQ next? Is a very good question, and I don't know the answer. And I really wish I did, because if I could guarantee he was going EQ, I would play Iapo and be very happy. If I play Iapo into Rossi, I'm pretty sad. I think... Do I go Beth? This is a tough one. I can go Beth. What if I go Pacifica? If I go Pacifica and he goes EQ, do I have a chance? I mean, I have some control there. Fathom Reaver, maybe. But it's not good. I don't think either way is good there. So I think I'll just go Beth and hope he doesn't play EQ. Hey. Alright. Well, he did not play EQ. Whew. If I can get this to load. So what's he going with? Rossi. Okay. This is a deck. I know, like, we talk about it sometimes, but I do not know this deck well. And so that puts me, I mean, I say at a little bit of a disadvantage. And this is the start. This is the starting hand that you want, so I have to go with this. Look at all that board control. I mean, that's the thing, right? All right, so when in doubt, make berserkers. So he has a lot of board control. 3 maelstroms, Thundertoe, Bubbles, Kaboom, Pull Up Stakes. Goodness gracious. But most of those, all of those, actually, well, all the big one, all the wipes come with chains, so that's good. Befuddle is going to make me sad. That definitely makes me sad. All right, well, then I can only, he knew. All right, well, that's a start. He discarded a maelstrom. Okay. Avid collecting. Didn't do much. Auction off didn't do much. Okay. Put some stuff down. All right, we're going to go Brobnar. Let's put out Brick and Revna. And we'll just burn the Smith right now. Get Jarl out here. Put down the Might Club. And then we'll kill Gesdrucio. And the Netcaster. So this leaves Gemcoat Vendor, so he could steal me down to 5. What he really needs to do is board wipe me at this point, though. He desperately needs to board wipe me. He has a lot of good options, or not necessarily board wipe, like even a pull up stakes would be okay. In fish, Maelstrom would be the option. Yep, there it is. Very annoying. I could just start to build straight back up by going into Brobnar. I could get out 2 Berserkers and reap with them and stuff. I mean, that wouldn't be horrible. Maybe I just do that. I had some stuff in there that I would not mind having as, on the board, and I am worried about tokenizing them. That one's okay. See, Rant and Rive would be nice to have next turn, and I won't. But that's okay. Muster should end up archived. That'll be nice. Okay, not value out of Rebel. That's good for me. We'll go Sanctum, Sigil of Brotherhood, Light Everlasting. That's kind of a dead card there. And then, I should have played Muster earlier just to be safe, but it's cool. What I get Revna there, that's fine. And is it time for another Maelstrom? It might be. Nope. Equidon. Is he going to pull up stakes? Yep. Okay. Interesting. So here's a question. Do I do the Quintrino? I think I do. Let's do this. Star Alliance. Won't take archives. We will do hold the line. Quintrino warp. It's going to get me a chain, but that's okay. Future booster. Scout chief, make a berserker. Teamwork, make a berserker. Alright. That's that. And I'm in check. I mean, on check. Checking is good. And yeah, this is the thing that Beth does well. If it can get the Brobnar out, it just pressures. And if I can, if he's having to make decisions defensively, that gives me a much better chance. Does he kaboom here? But again, the interesting thing is if he kabooms, it's not the end of the world for me. Ooh, hypnotic command. That's rough. Didn't like that. Well, that guy's gonna die. So there's no point in messing around with that. All right, Brobnar. No archives. Brick. Revna. Jarl. So let's see. Future booster, because I'm about to make a token. I'll leave pound on top of the deck because I'm going to draw into some other stuff here. So, I mean, yeah, this is going to be gone. There's no messing. There's no fixing that. But still go to 7. And yeah, I'll go to 8 because I'll burn the Rant and Rive. I'm just keeping moving. Again, he's probably pretty close to getting back into another board wipe because he has a third Maelstrom, he has a Kaboom. Archive the Vatminder, okay. Nice efficiency. Huh. Is this a play it for the Amber and then Maelstrom it? Illusions, okay. What does he want me to do? If he says Bromnar, he's definitely going to play Maelstrom. He wants me to go Sanctum. Unfortunately for him, I wanted to go Sanctum. But I don't have an option to pull him away from check. If I had Rant and Rive in my hand, then I would have an option actually, but I do not. So, alright, we will oblige by going Sanctum. We will take that Archives. Use the Future Booster. We will put the Rant and Rive on the bottom. Let us muster. And then membership drive. Lightbringer. And then here's the question is, do I put the shoulder armor on the Battlefield Evangelist or on the brick? And I think the answer is on the brick. Cool. So I can't prevent the second key. I guess I could have maybe, no, I really couldn't have. So yeah, Could not prevent a second key, but I did get a sweet board out and go to check for my third key. So that's a pretty good thing. I'm okay with that. And him going Equidon could mean that he stops me, but I don't think it means that he wipes the board. No Brio. We never got a Brio here. That's interesting and significant, I think. Although, would Brio have mattered very much? Maybe not very much. Very few tokens of his ever came out. I'm talking like it's over. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen here? I certainly hope to get a W here. Oh, nope, there's the steal. All right, wow, that's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. The question, one question here is like, I could do some stuff to burn through my deck, or I can just try to get so much amber that he can't stop me. And I think that's the right answer. So we'll go Brobnar. We will not take archives. I'm going to Future Booster. We'll bury Shock Herder because I'm going to make 2 tokens here. So, oh, that was wrong. I'm going to make 1 token. I mean, this would be bad, except I have that brick, and so it just, ugh. I mean, it's not doing, it's not even really slowing me down. I should have fought with that, but that's okay. So I know the second from the bottom card is my Rant and Rive, if that matters. Woo! Closed door. Okay. Wow. Oh, GG. Whew, that was close. Closed door was scary. Drew me a big hand, but very scary. Okay, so that's 3-2. Which means I come out ahead in the round either way, but game 3 is, who knows? And I have to go Iapo here because I don't have to. I saved it, but against EQ it could be quite good. I think if I'm Shaka, I assume that I'm going Iapo, and I probably go with Conquer. That is probably the play here, but sometimes this is like, never mess with a Sicilian when death is on the line. I could probably sit and argue with myself about which is the correct deck choice for 10 minutes, and that won't help anybody. So it's going to be one thing or another. And I'm playing Iapo either way. Set up the match either way. So okay. Here's the thing. If he goes with EQ, I hold my artifact control and I take the Nepenthe seeds. I mean, I archive it ideally, and then I take the Nepenthe seeds when they come out. And I mean, borrow Nepenthe seed is just amazing, right? He has Gorm, so even that is artifact control, right? Poltergeist that, kill a Nepenthe seed. So in that situation, I think I can do pretty great, and he can still get really good value out of the Martian Key Abduction combo, but even that I might be able to disrupt and then purge. So that's why I think going with Conquer is probably the better option for him. Let's see what he did. He went with EQ. All right, we're doing it. Well, then I could be wrong, and I do tend to assume in a situation like this that I'm wrong. So, but I think that this is one of those situations. If I get the artifact control, I just hold it. And this is, I mean, I almost couldn't get a better opening hand. I have borrow if I need it. I have Zenzi to start. This is very good. Nature's Call, stuff like that. Some of these cards could be really frustrating against Zenzi. I mean, could really do some damage. But there's a possibility here. Oh wow, kills the Zenzi right off the bat. There's a possibility here. I could get real lucky and get like a Mind Fire Infernus. That's a pretty good response to the open. Let's see what I can do here. So Mind Fire is what I want, but okay. Well, that didn't do what I would have wanted, but that's okay. We can whale the Beam Buckler, Purge, Blinding Light, and Beam Buckler. Play Cinder, discard this Gateway. So that's still a pretty good setup. Okay, now I have both my artifact control cards. If he doesn't play an artifact, I might just have to burn one of these, and that'd be a little sad. Yeah. Shadows. We'll play the one last job first. Play Rad Penny, Xeno Thief, and do I play the borrow? That's the question. I think no. I actually think I hold it. I would rather burn the Poltergeist early than the borrow. Yeah. Alright, let's go Dis. We'll burn this Poltergeist. We'll fight the Shockworm. And then play Cinder. I really, unfortunately, do just have to hold on to this borrow. He plays key abduction. Interesting. That's interesting. All right. Shadows. Let's do some stealing here. Steal 2. Play Seeker Needle. I think I just have to kill the proliferator. That can't be allowed to live. And Radpenny. Gonna reap. Oh, that was dumb and wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty okay. So, yeah, I want to go dis next. It's interesting, right? I'm not drawing a lot of logos so far. Okay, so there it is. There is the Nepenthe seed. He played it. And I can't give him a turn to use it, so I have to play borrow right away. Shadows. Borrow Nepenthe seed. We'll vandalize. Now, I don't have to burn it right away, is an interesting thing. I think I discard Merrick here. And then we'll Seeker Needle the only creature without damage on it. Yeah, if he can Martian Gen, if he has Martian Gen, I think you probably play it at this point. Maybe. I don't know. Play it, draw 12. If he can get one more Amber out, he can. He can reap. Draw 14, get rid of the discard. That's a reset, and you protect stuff from Infernus. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you go to 6, you kind of reset in the wrong direction. I think that's what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, but he did not reap. Okay, so he wants to sit on 5 here. And I have to make sure that does not work out well for him. So we're going to mark him into. So here's actually a really interesting thing, because I could I think the answer is push him into Untamed, Implosion, and kill the Aubade, and then Stirring Grave my Infernus. And that's very bad for him, because it means that I can definitely purge his stuff. Oh, shoot. Okay. So that's pretty good. He glimmers for key abduction. Wow. Smart move. Okay. I guess I should have marked him into Sanctum. That was an error on my part. He plays the Nepenthe Seed. Gutsy. Don't blame him. I cannot blame him for that. Okay, so I actually think the right move here then is to punish him down on Amber when I have the cards in my hand to do it. So we're going to go Logos. Not take my archives. We will Effervescent. Play Daughter. Play Standardized Testing, Capturing on Daughter. Play Quixo and put Discombobulator on Daughter. I don't think it matters. Is there anything else that I can do in Logos that would be like really sweet? Not really. Now the unfortunate situation this leaves us in is he can play Key Abduction, play Martian Gen, draw 8. If he has another pip in hand, then he draws through. And then he can Nepenthe the Martian Gen to protect it. Or something like that. I mean, there's an option there. If he doesn't burn the Nepenthe this turn, then next turn I go Shadows. I Nepenthe for my Borrow, and I take back his second Nepenthe. So I think he needs to use the Nepenthe this turn. But yeah, he's not going to get to forge a key for free out of this situation. So it's definitely less than ideal. Okay, he takes over my Daughter. That makes sense. Oh man, I mean this is there are not wasted plays here. This is pretty tense. And important to remember, you know, with EQ, it really, if I give him an inch, it will suddenly be, okay, I forged 3 keys. But he needs to pop that Nepenthe Seed, or he's going to be sad. Yep. Proliferator, yeah. Okay, well, I can kill, okay, how much, so I can deal 2 damage to all the non-mutants, which is all his stuff. Oh, he has that stupid armor. So, and he has my Discombobulator. That's maddening. But here's the thing. Here is the thing, is that, oh, nope. Okay. I can play Darkwave twice because of the Nepenthe Seed. And I think it's worth doing here. Okay. Shadows. Don't take archives. Darkwave. Darkwave. Then we'll say, look over there. Steal 1. We'll Seeker Needle to kill Lion, which then means the Lupo is 2 damaged and dies. Play Rad Penny and then Demo Thief. Puts me at 10, him at 1. He's not drawing extra now. I can steal. It's a little bit of a reset. The Nepenthe Seeds are in the discard. He's holding Key Abduction and Martian Gen in his hand, and that's pretty bad for him to be having to hold that way. This isn't what he wants. Okay. So that's annoying. I'm not going to kill those, unfortunately. I will go Logos. Not take my archives. Let's play the groupthink. Capture onto it. Get sloppy lab work. What's left in my deck? Okay. Snarette, that's great. Put Munchling over here. Put Discombobulator on the groupthink tank. He could fight into it twice with Lord Golgotha. It'd wipe the Golgotha, but he'd still have the Grey Rider. I mean, that could be pretty good. And then we will sloppy lab work. Might be a little odd, but I'm going to save Whale and discard Brabble. Yeah, he's in a rough spot here because he needs to protect the Key Abduction and the Martian Gen in his hand, if that's his win con. Now, maybe he could decide that's not his win condition, right? Maybe that's not his win condition. And then this could be different. But I think it is his win condition. I don't like burning the Infernus here, but I think I do it anyway. Partially just to get this Whale. Because look, I'm gonna I'm going to mark the Golgotha. Whale the Dusk Witch. Implosion to kill Demo Thief and Golgotha. Purge both of those. Play Snarette. And discard Gateway. He's in a smaller deck this time, but does not have a lot of good options. And this is really the power of control. Well, and it really helped. I mean, this is the matchup I needed with Borrow in order to make this work. So that's get a little amber advantage, I think, is what that was. So now we can just go shadows, steal one, do some damage, and I'll get one more amber here on my way out to go to 8. Check with 8 amber, leave him at 0 actually because I captured with the Snarette, and he just doesn't have enough to fire the engine, which is what I need. That's where I need him to be. I really hate to do it to somebody I like so much. But that is what control does. That is the game plan. Hmm. Um, Great. Okay. Wow. He captures me down. Okay. Wow. So I'm at 5 amber now. There's 6 of his amber on my stuff. He loses 4, draws 8. This is interesting. Um, Oof, that is a rough place to be though to not have those tools now. Logos. Um, we entropic. The fixed finger. And then fight the proliferator. Play Zenzi. Play Quixo. Discard effervescent and discard standardized testing. Back at 7. He can't steal right now. He could kill that and steal. He could have other options that I'm not thinking of to slow me down. He could have the doorstep. Ah, GG, well played. Okay. Man, that lockdown with the Oppo, that's the dream. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't expect it to go like that. Very, very different than how I thought. But sometimes that's how it goes. You can have 2 great players, at least I try to be, and I know that Shaka is, and things can go in a really swingy way because of how the chips fell. So much of that was landing matchups that were a little favorable, getting a helpful draw here and there. Whew, great games though. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, maybe learned something. If you have something you think I missed, could have done better, I'm always happy to hear about that. And anyway, I just hope you get out there and forge some keys. Thanks.